You take me home, home, home. You give me joy, joy.
Let me go on this real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it simple. So it's not a long story. Like me and her, our parents know each other for so long. They've been friends for so long, and then eventually we became, closer. Then after a while that I was gone, and I didn't even know her at the time. And then my brothers will always come back all the time, and they'll tell me, "Hey, you know what? There's this girl that I want you to marry. This girl that I want you to marry." So I'm like, you know what? It's about time that I get to see what this girl looks like. And at that time, she was in primary school, and they showed me some pictures. And in my mind, I'm like, what? No, I'm not marrying this
Point
girl.
of correction. I was in secondary school.
Yeah, you were in secondary school at the time, yeah. So I was
Just
like,
3 in specific.
yeah, just 3. So I said that I wasn't going to marry you.
Because I was skinny.
Because you were skinny. She's still growing up. She's still developing. And in my mind, I'm like, no. She's not up to that standard. That was what I was thinking at the time. And then one day you posted a picture on Instagram. And then I was like, holy, who is that? Is that the girl that...
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And, hold on, let me give you the story real quick.
Okay.
And then I reached out to my whole brothers. I'm like, hey, is this Zainab? And they say, yes, that's Zainab. I'm saying, you know what? Call mom, dad. They have to
Point
hold
of correction. Zainab, not Zainab.
Zainab.
Yes.
So
Zainab.
they went, so my parents
Correct
went,
it. Zainab.
Zainab.
Zainab. Ah, he's both these.
Don't worry. Just hold. So
Okay.
my parents had to go to her parents and let them know that, hey, our son is interested in your daughter and all that. And then, in the course of our distance relationship and all that kind of stuff like that, then we ended up meeting in person when I came all the way to see her. And then when I got to see her, the very minute I saw her, I went with my mom. And then she came out to open the gate, and then I gave my mom the thumbs up. And my mom said, yeah, the meaning, she's the one. And the funny thing is that in the course of our meeting for the very first time, I was checking you, and you were checking me too.
Yeah.
She wanted to make sure, he has this, he has that. If he's tall, I'm like, okay, I'm not too tall like that, but I'm okay, I'm taller than you, you know what I mean? So it's not bad. And me, I was checking to see if she has those things that I want in a female, in a lady. And that's the reason why I told my mom, she's the one. And that's how we started. We've been friends for so long. Our parents know each other, our family, everything, and it just worked out. There are times that I say things that, will make her feel uncomfortable. But I mean, since I've been with you, it has always been you, man. I just knew that from the very beginning.
Better be me.
And that trust has always been there.
Let me ask you a question. Like, what was the first thing you noticed about me?
The first thing that I noticed about you, for me, you know how people would go for beauty and all that kind of stuff like that. Number one, I already knew you're pretty, so I didn't even worry. I didn't have to worry about that. The one thing that made me that draws my attention towards you, it's just the way you were brought up. Your parents you're from a good home and all that kind of stuff. And one thing you need to realize is that if you marry someone from a good home that had a good attitude, that marriage is gonna last. So I was thinking about how long we're gonna stay married, and your attitude and your character and where you're from, your culture and everything just kind of like comes in circle. And I just felt like, you know what? She had the whole package, and that's the reason why I stood by you. Even though we've had ups and downs, I keep coming back all the time because I know you're the best one for me.
Yeah.
He's happy about it. All right, so my question is, what is the first thing you found attractive about me?
Okay, your calmness. Maybe the first day we met, you were calm. You were just like calm guy coming from America. I thought I was going to see a Ras guy.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're actually calm, and your accent, like I said.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I liked it.
All right.
Yeah. His calmness, most importantly, his calmness.
I can be when I want to.
Okay, the thing I found challenging. Okay, first of all, let me start with the dressing. Mm-hmm. He's this kind of person that likes, mostly he likes English wear, based on the fact that where he's coming from. I'm the kind of person that like dressing in native.
Okay.
Yeah, I like dressing in native, and I think that was one of the most challenging part because sometimes like he comments, you always comment more when I'm not wearing native. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You know that, right? Like on a serious note, you know that.
Yeah.
Like when I wear something that is a little bit English or something, he comments more on that. Do you understand? So I think that was the most challenging part. Like dressing was just it was just the dressing part. Like when I was coming today, I told him I wanted to wear abaya, and he said no, you cannot wear abaya. Abaya is this, abaya is that. Wear something English. And I was like, abaya is a cool, like I'm not just wearing any kind of abaya, like I'm wearing something really cool, but you know, I had to change my decision at the last minute. So I think that was what was challenging. And you know that's our major problem when it comes to dressing. Yeah.
You know, if I would add something to what you just said, every relationship there'll always be ups and downs.
Yeah.
Every relationship there'll always be a lot of challenges, you know what I mean? If you don't walk through the adversary and try to work things out, we wouldn't even be here today. So we let me give me that for all the ups and downs and how we made it till today. Now, I want to talk about our cultures, and I'm from Kogi State. I'm an Igala guy. She's from Katsina. She's how Fulani. So the whole thing.
It's Katsina.
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 So now,
don't put the
so now
Katsina.
the whole culture thing is different, you know. So even when we started our relationship, it was kind of like difficult because there are things that I can't say, and there are things that I want to say, and the things that I've said that you didn't like those things that I've said because of the different culture. And for me, I didn't know that I'm not supposed to say those things. You get what I'm saying? So those things were a challenge in the beginning. But you know, through the course of our relationship, you walk me through the kind of things, what your culture is about, and also walk you through what my culture is about. So I think like we work things out, and we now know how different our culture is, but how we can make it work. Now, that is just the culture part of our relationship. And the other challenge, which would definitely be the distance. But you know, somehow through the help of like, you know, social media and everything, we were able to stay together and talk every day, like we together all the time. So at some point for me, you know, when you have someone that you trust, someone that you believe that they're just being straight and not doing what you're not supposed to do, no matter how far that person is from you, you just be relaxed and like, you know what, that's my girl, she's not going to do what she's not supposed to do. So the distance thing wasn't really a big issue for me. It's just that I wish I could see you more, but you know, I'm just glad that we're here today, and you know, in 2 nights from now, you'll be my wife. So I won't have to worry about the distance anymore because then we'll be together. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things that I want to talk about. But I'm so glad that you know we're here today and everything is going pretty well. For me, right, one of my favorite thing about our relationship is that we have a group of soldiers that are backing us, like your sisters, your brothers, everybody. They're like my friends, you know what I mean? Like every time I have anything, I always have somebody to go to. So just having your whole family backing me up and supporting me is one thing that I really enjoyed about our relationship. You know, you don't get to see that mostly in this relationship. People just do relationship without having relationship with the siblings of the lady and all that kind of stuff like that. But for me, everything is just completely like different. Your mom, your sisters, your brothers, and everybody are just like my friends too. So it makes the relationship a lot easier, you know, and that's one thing I like about it.
Yes, me too.
So is it the same too for you?
Yeah, it's the same thing. And one important thing, right? Like when we have a fight and we're trying to sort it out or something, I think I like the way his brother always like manage the situation, because he's going to call me. He talks to me like his sister, his sister actually. And if I'm wrong, he will tell me I'm wrong. If you are wrong, he will tell you. There's never been a time where he said, Z, you are wrong. Like, I think most of the time, you're always the person.
I'm always the one that's wrong, right?
Yes.
And you know, the funny thing is that
Yeah.
there's so many times that when we get in a little argument, right? I wouldn't even go to my brothers because I know they're not gonna back me.
Yeah.
But I'll go to our sisters because they're always like, they'll always back me up, and then later when they hear the whole story, they're like, "Mo, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that." But that's the beauty of the relationship, having people to back you up and help you guys grow.
Yeah.
So that's the most important thing for me that I like about it.
Yeah, me too. Talking to him over the phone, FaceTime, he looks better on FaceTime than WhatsApp call.
Yeah, WhatsApp.
Yeah,
quality.
FaceTime, it's really, I prefer, don't call me on WhatsApp again, please. Call me on FaceTime. I don't want that WhatsApp. FaceTime, from now, FaceTime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It has been a long distance relationship, so we don't get to see each other all the time, but, mostly we talk over the phone, and I think that would be my joyous
activity, huh?
Yeah.
For me, I would say phone calls too, because most of the time when I call you, I always want you to pick up right away. And even though when you pick up, I don't want you to go because I want to talk continuously. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But also with this COVID that came, you and I started doing some kind of games on iPad and all that kind of stuff like that. So those games, even though sometimes we don't really have much to say on the phone, we're playing games online and all that kind of stuff like that. So it kind of like builds our relationship more. You know what I mean? Because there's a saying that when you communication is key when it comes to relationships. So,
exactly.
And we try to perfect on that during this COVID time that, we didn't really have too much to see each other, but we're always doing some activities on the phone or game and all that. So it really helps.
Yeah.
Those activities were one of my favorites. So, being away for so long, I fell in love with New Orleans, and there's this song. The title of the song is "Still the One" by Orleans. So this is a classic 1976 song that describes the reality of long-term love. It's not always. It's trying to explain scenarios that relationship is not always bed of roses, but there are nothing more beautiful than the comfort of knowing there's someone you can always turn to. So that song, all the time when I'm alone due to the distance of our relationship, I'm always listening to this song. It just gives me confidence and knowing that someone is over there waiting for me, you know what I mean? So it's just crazy.
I said breakfast.
This is the part where you just come and say, I wish I can hug you, but I'll wait till the next 2 days. Then I will give you a big hug for what you just said.
Yeah. You heard what I said, right? I said breathless. Do you know the song?
Say that again?
Breathless.
Brightless?
Not bright, breath, like.
Oh, Brightless.
Yeah.
Who? By who?
I cannot remember.
You cannot remember. Well, okay.
It's an old song, actually.
Can you sing it? You don't have to sing all, like even just like a line or something.
Let me see. I'm very horrible when it comes to singing.
You don't have to be perfect. You're not Adele.
Please, I'm nervous.
Don't worry,
the song just escaped from my head.
Just sing it.
If our love was a fairy tale, that's the least I can remember.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not a good singer too, but
Yeah, I'm very horrible when it comes to singing.
That's fine.
My dream vacation. You promised me, right? I know,
What did I promise you?
You promised to take me to Paris.
I promised to take you to Paris?
Yes!
All right.
Yeah, you did.
Babe, don't worry about it. We're going to go to Paris.
Yeah.
That's your dream vacation?
Inshallah. Inshallah.
That's just what you want for your dream vacation, right?
Yes, no.
You want to know what I would, on top of that, I want to add something else.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you know how most Nigerian girls will watch Korean movies and all that kind of stuff. And I know you love Korean movies like crazy.
Yeah.
So my plan is that I'm planning to take you over to, when we get back to the state, I want to take you to South Korea so you can actually see these people and like, oh, so these are the people that I really love when it comes to their movies. So I feel like in as much as Paris will be a dream vacation, South Korea will be better also.
Come see me there.
You like that.
Come see me there. Thank you.
I don't know what to say, but I know I will just say thank you to you too. Yeah.